Hi, I'm Tracy Radley and welcome to Transmission Tuesday, Light Language Healing Activation, helping you on your ascension journey. A big thank you to those that have subscribed recently and for those that have been with me some time. It's really lovely to have you here. And as I mentioned, I think in last week's video, without you watching it on your end in YouTube land, I wouldn't have a channel, which is part of my journey. So thank you for being part of my journey and expansion. I'm really glad to have you and your energies with me. This week I'm coming to you from another location in South Australia. I'm now in the city and close enough to the coast that I can walk there, which is really lovely. So this morning I got to go for a swim for the first time in over 6 months, and it was so clearing and so cleansing because, you know, there's been some intense energies around at the moment. So it was really nice for myself to do something for me, realign to be all set for this video and obviously computer work later today. And saying that we are still in the energies of the lunar eclipse and full moon, so it has been intense for some people, and everyone's been experiencing it differently, but just remember it's about closures and then being ready for new beginnings. So for myself personally, yesterday especially, I was just really tired, really exhausted, just needed a little nap time, and then I'd balance out again, and then I'd just feel a little bit tired again, and I'd come up again. And then, you know, a few tears when I was in bed last night over nothing in particular, just shedding the layers as we do. And then waking up feeling a bit more refreshed this morning. And like I said, I finally got myself to the beach, a beach walk, and a few minutes in the water to just recharge. This week I'm getting told, when I said about, I was tuning in to say what is this light language before, and the only word I just kept getting is shine, keep shining. So I'm going to bring a transmission through to assist you to shine from the inside out. We all have that light in there, we all have that spark. It just depends on which layers we're moving through and how many we've got left. And as we know, we shed one layer, another one will come up. But we all have this light, we all have this spark, and sometimes it comes out more times than others. And you know that when you're in complete alignment, in those moments, you're radiating everywhere. So this is to help move some more of those layers so you can be shining more, because you know when you shine, you spread the light, you spread the love to more people and across, you know, the cosmos. So obviously we want to all be doing that, because that shifts the collective, that shifts us all to another vibration. So if you want to close your eyes and open your heart, I'm going to bring that transmission through now because I can feel it pulling on me. And for those new to light language, just allow the sounds and vibrations to come through you. Your brain will not logically understand it. It's not meant to. This is pure communication, heart and soul. So just close your eyes and here we go. Sialula neme adna se karasande. Nahawala sandagare santa kushanta. Hawala yanta kanase luka suhalake shanta hesito. Huayala sensasike meata se huhashante. Shialakaniki de masquereto da casanta, hawala leeta nene se el casanta de dene sensa legetota, masosa da ke otana casansa, helula sansa sanikeota, heula halake, selele, lelula, sansulaka, salaka, sansulike, hilala lele sensese, miotata de crescense, salaka de crescense, hula, sansalaka, shanta de cre, shalakadete, miotata dase, sesolaka. Sehula la sa susamaka shante son salaka. Hahula san salaka shante totadakara santa. Hehola halala sense hulaka shanta. Shalala san salaka sante shanta totaka. Masusa salaka shanta totaka sansa make shanta shalake tonte. Masusa laka shanta sonsa salake tonta samaka teneke sansalake shanta. Salamaka hanakana sanaha. Okay, there's this week's transmission. I haven't done a recording of like singing in that way for quite some time. Obviously I do it in private in the collective stuff, but it's really nice to record one for a change. So pop in the comments below if you're aligned with this one. If you're watching this from the Higher Self channel, please come over to my channel direct, Tracy Radley, and place your comments there so I can respond to them. If you align with my channel, there's a PayPal button down there that you can place an exchange in should you feel aligned to, not expected, but always appreciated. I got told while I was going through that message about gratitude, no matter what it is that happens. So for me, as a lot of you know, my journey's kept me moving a lot. I haven't had stability. Most of the last few years has only been in the galactics. My body has just been dragged along for the ride until I've, got closer to this and where I'm here more with you guys. But most of it's been the background work that you don't see to get me to this point to share with you. Yay, yay. But it's having that gratitude that every experience you have has its reason, has its purpose, and to be grateful, even if you're not really understanding what it is. Sometimes we drop into the sadness, the woe is me, the victim mode, blaming others, belittling ourselves. Oh, I did this again. Oh, I created this experience again. So what it is, learn from it and grow. So for example, today, when I realized I was going to go to the beach, finally, I was like a little kid. My insides just lit up as I was almost skipping along, trying to get there as quick as I could without looking like a silly old lady running to the beach. But I was just like, it really lit me up, and I was just like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was just like beaming out of me. And when I got into the water, I was just like, oh my God, I just could not stop the words coming of gratitude. And that's going in my head and actually coming verbally out of my mouth. And while I'm swimming along, I got this stinging. So I actually got stung by what are they called? Jellyfish, which is pretty painful. Normally the pee on it or vinegar type, thing to stop the pain. But I just went, oh, that's hurting a little bit. And then I went, oh, grateful to you, jellyfish, for doing this. I'm not really sure of the reason for it, but thank you anyway. And then I'm walking, like when I got back onto the land, I'm just like, thank you, jellyfish. It was another experience. I just looked at it. Yes, it was painful. Yes, it was burning. I've accepted it. Get on with what I'm doing. There's nothing more I can do about it. I could have had that as an experience to ruin my time down at the beach, to ruin the swimming, to ruin the walk, and connecting with nature by this event. It was like, obviously that was supposed to be part of it in that moment. No worries, just keep going on with the day. Now this is just a small thing, obviously, but it's very easy in our everyday life to miss those blessings, or one thing that will happen that will set us off, set our trigger off. And in those moments we have a choice. Are we going to let it take us downhill, or are we going to look at it differently and say, okay, this isn't exactly how I would like it to be at this point, but you know what, it is as it is, and I'm not going to let myself drop down. Let me just look at this from a different perspective, from a higher perspective, and then move forward. Obviously, we have those moments where things crash around us, especially when you're in the dark night of the soul, which I spent in that, that motion of darkness for many years. As I've been building myself to be here for you, I've had to go through a lot of shit to get here. Obviously, I'm a very old soul. So it's like just being able to change that perspective and remembering that we can choose our responses to these situations no matter what it is. Even in the dark night of the soul, when I was in so much pain and crying and so many energy attacks, not having a home, not having an income, not even know where I'm sleeping, sometimes in my car, or won't know till that night where I'm actually going to have my head, because that's the path I had to go down to learn to trust and surrender on this journey. And I wouldn't want it to be on anyone, but if that's your journey, so be it. We accept it. And this is where we get stronger. But even in the midst of that, I'd have my moments where it was a woe is me, but understanding the bigger picture of I'm breaking myself apart. I'm crushing those things and ripping myself to pieces of those things that don't serve me, those truths that are not my truths. So in that process, and when you're getting rid of so many things and so many layers and so many beliefs at one time, it gets us mucked up. It gets our system mucked up. It gets our brain mucked up, our emotions mucked up. But that's part of the journey because we're clearing it out. So if you're in that space, just be grateful that you've stepped up to the plate to break those foundations that were never built on your truth. Okay, it's not a nice experience, and I know this, and it's freaking painful. It's overwhelming. I don't know if I'm going to make it through this. I don't know if I want to make it through this. Maybe I'll just exit now, okay? And it happens. I know, I've been there multiple times before, but always having that understanding there's a bigger picture at play here. I've called this in. It's crappy, but I chose it. Maybe not consciously, but there's a part of me that said you've got to grow from this, and you've got the strength to get through it. So I'm not sure why I'm getting told to show you that, but I am. It's just a reminder just to have gratitude for whatever that situation is, as crappy as it can be at times, okay? As fearful as it can be when you're challenged if you don't have that income in, or your relationship's broken up, or you're in the midst of making a decision and you're not sure what's right or wrong. Okay, it's going to be okay. You've called it in. You're going to learn from it anyway, whatever it is. If it could have been done smoother, so what? You've learned from it. If it's a smooth path, you've learned from that too, so it's all okay. There is no one path for you to follow that's set, because you're creating it as you go along, as you're ready. So in saying that, just have gratitude for everything. The people that come up in your life, those that really trigger you, are your biggest teachers, and you actually have to bless them for that, because they're there to help you grow. And you've got to remember, on the other end, you're the trigger for other people. You push their buttons because you're there to help them and grow too. So you know what? We're all working on this together, whether we're consciously aware of it or not. We're all helping each other to expand, shift past our old beliefs, our old programs, change the paradigm so we're more light, love, authenticity. Okay? All right, I'll stop talking. I'll try to stop talking. I'll just keep getting stuff coming through. If you do need private support, if you do align with me, I do work one-on-one with people with mentoring. It's more programs based, because obviously a solid foundation and a lot of shifts are going to help you. But if you feel aligned and you want some information, you can email me direct for that, and we can see if there's an alignment there. What else is there? I will pop the link again down to the full-length light language video that you can find out information on to purchase, that you can listen to over and over again. It's healing on demand, so that's going to be in the link below as well. If you've got like-minded friends and you want to help them and the expansion, if you align with my stuff you think they may do, please share the videos on your social media formats, platforms, or however it is that you do it. I'm not really up with this stuff. I've had to teach myself because I'm not really into it, which some of you may know, but I'm doing my best, and I'm shifting my resistance to do what I need to do to help be there for you, okay? And by being there for you, it's helping me grow as well. So for that, you're all a blessing, so thank you for that. All right, I'll catch you next Tuesday, hopefully. possibly from this location, but we'll see. All right, sending your love, sending your light. Ride out the waves of this eclipse energy. It's going to be around for a few more days, but it's okay, because just remember, the blessing is, the gratitude is for, you're shifting the layers you do not need, even if you don't understand it consciously. All right, catch you then. Bye.